It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Sparks going up against the Minnesota Lynx. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. Plum gets the bucket.
You know, it's always interesting to match up the offseason expectations with the reality of a new season.
That's what's so great about this league from a fan perspective, right? There's always something to look forward to, no matter where your team is.
Well, both teams here, they're excited about the possibilities, and that can mean anything from developing young talent to winning a chip.
Gotta see Sims for three. Another three for the Sparks.
An impact perimeter player, Sims uses a mature feel for the game to score points.
Pass to Shepard. Now here's McBride. Off target from three-point range.
Even without that three ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here's McBride. Count it.
On the drive, McBride can be so dynamic, which helps her beat the defense.
Outside Plum. Jackson outside. Plum. And the three off target. Collier outside to the inside. Here's Shepard. Jackson pulls it in. Outside Sims. Pass to Plum. Lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land.
The sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum, dialed in from distance.
Well, with the career Kelsey Plum has had, it's safe to say she's lived up to the hype.
Multiple-time All-Star, league MVP, 2 titles. Yeah, I'd say she has. Clearly, one of the most complete and popular players in the league.
She's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting that ball to the rim.
Here's Hamby. In tight, she gets the jumper to fall.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end in the early going.
Their field goal percentage is terrific, exactly the start they were hoping for.
Now here's Collier. From 12 feet out and off the front iron, and in it goes.
You love to see that offensive mindset from McBride, and fans are rarely disappointed with her intensity.
Hamby with the ball, covered by Smith. And the Sparks, another three.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gates. That's 4 makes already from long distance.
They're just scorching the nets. I mean, how long do you think they can keep this up, Tim?
I don't know, but the defense has to get better on the other end.
Here's Shepard. Hamby grabs the miss. The Sparks with the lead. Plum with it, now guarded by McBride. And the basket by Plum.
They're really struggling defensively. Too many easy buckets. I mean, what was the coach's game plan?
Who knows? And that's a really embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Now here's Shepard. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Collier. Jackson with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Plum. Again, the Sparks good for 2.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show she's putting on this quarter.
Here's Collier. To the paint. Smith. No good. Unable to end this run. Kicks it out to Plum. Launches it. Rebound by the Lynx. 3-on-3. Back to McBride. Pass to Shepard. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
And you look at the ratings for women's basketball in general, and man, they're exploding.
Well, of course, Caitlin Clark and her team in college shattering records back in her college days. I think we'll continue to see that happen in the W.
Well, the 2024 draft was by far the most watched of all time. So, yeah, It's an exciting time in the league.
Here's Ipupa. Smith outside. Stevens grabs the board. Now the Sparks with it. 11-point game. There's the steal. Here's Ipupa. Pass to Shepard. And here's Williams. Knocks down the three ball.
You know, there are certain players who shoot much better off the pass. Williams is one of them. Allows her to set her feet.
Now here's McDonald. Not a lot of room. Puts it up from 7. Count that one.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're still in the first quarter.
And it hasn't been just about their scoring, Tim. They're playing tremendous defense, too.
Well, Brian, you got to give it up for the coach as well. This game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Shepard. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Well, back in the early 2010s, the Lynx went on one of the best runs we've ever seen.
And forget, WNBA. We're talking one of the best runs in American pro sports history. From 2011 to 2017, 4 titles, 6 final appearances, sustained excellence we haven't seen since.
Here's Smith. Shepard up top. Pass to Collier. Down low. Smith. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier picking up the assist.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
On the wing, Rakia Jackson. Stevens. She's guarded by Shepard. Odyssey Sims for 3. Minnesota grabs the miss. Williams with it. McDonald picks her up. And Williams gets it to go.
Feels like the rest of the basketball has forgotten about the mid-range game. Not Williams. He still uses this part of the court.
Over to the wing. Hamby covered by Smith. On the wing, Rakia Jackson. Pass to McDonald. Sims. Here's Hamby. Shepard pulls it in.
Some great tight defense right there. Got right up on her and forced the miss.
Just close enough to bother her on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Now Stevens. Back to Hamby. Here's Jackson. Connects from three-point range.
They've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. The Sparks on top. They're up by 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter 2.
Back at the target center.
And we'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move into the second. And quite a position here for the Sparks to be in. What do you guys think?
Really just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense through 1.
Not a lot of stalls for them on the offensive end here.
And here's Williams. Right outside.
Right, for a shot.
Yuha sets the screen.
Fires for 3. That one is off.
The mark comes Plum down the other end.
Now here's Plum. She's guarded by Williams. 2 points. That one goes in.
It's great to see how Kelsey Plum can not only score the ball, but also move the ball. She's really good at creating for herself and others.
Here's Zandalasini. Back to Williams.
Pass to Juhas.
6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Sparks.
There are times it's okay to take that shot, but not many of them.
I think the only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer.
You know, when we talk about players who just get better during the offseason, that put in the work, Kelsey Plum has got to be high on that list.
Yeah, she was the first overall pick back in 2017, and she struggled her first few years. You shoot a great percentage, but Plum's really improved on her game. She's been top 5 in most improved player 3 different times, and now one of the best scoring guards in the W.
Here's Burrell. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Plum can't hit.
Well, after hitting those 2 3 balls in the first quarter, it looks like she's cooled down a bit here in the second.
So it's the Sparks now. Brink, guarded by Uhas. Count it.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Now Zondelasini. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
The Sparks call timeout. And the Sparks with possession here. They lead by 11.
Brink left side.
Sims. Pass to Stevens. Here's Cannon. To the wing on the left. Kelsey Plum from outside. Make it 5 for 10 for her with that bucket.
Her first triple of the second quarter. Third of the game.
Now here's McBride. Defense right on her. Stevens grabs the board.
She's going to play her way right onto the bench if she continues to shoot the ball like she has this quarter.
The 15-footer. That one rolling around and rims out. Courtney Williams for 3. And she's good on the 3 ball.
It's smart. You're a shorter player like Williams. Just pull up. No need to get inside with the bigs are.
And after 12 seasons with the Sparks, Nneka Ogwumike decided that 2023 would be her last with the organization.
Yeah, since going first overall in 2012, Ogwumike, an 8-time All-Star with the Sparks, winning MVP and the WNBA title in 2016. 2 Community Assists Awards. They'll miss her in Los Angeles. Nneka, a legend in LA basketball history.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for her.
No fear, Williams is normally the smallest player on the floor, but she can operate down low with her toughness.
Here's Plum. Good for her 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket. And here are the Lynx now. They trail by 11. Right outside. Uhas. Courtney Williams for 3.
Brink grabs the miss.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Plum. Fires the 3. Basket made. That gives her 7 field goals and 13 tries.
Yeah, she's going to force them to make some adjustments. That's her 4th triple of the half.
Here's Ipupa. She's guarded by Plum. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Plum with the rebound.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
Pass to Stevens. Sims. 3-pointer Kelsey Plum. She can't get that one. Now the Lynx with it. It's a 14-point game. For 3, Kayla McBride sinks the 3-pointer.
With the
She said
smooth
she's got
touch
ice in
from
her veins.
outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
Kelsey Plum drives in.
Brinks. Brinks is trying to find a shot.
Fires from the corner. Shepard pulls it in.
Yeah, she's been off her game this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go down.
Here's McBride. And it's Minnesota scoring again.
Back to 9.
Now here's Plum. She's got 18. Makes it off the glass.
She's finding all kinds of ways to get it going right now. What a quarter she's having.
So the Lynx now. For three, Kayla McBride. Doesn't go for her.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Here's Plum. And it's Kelsey Plum again missing. Now the Lynx with it. They trail by 11. McBride. It's hauled in by Cannon.
That's the kind of D that's needed when she's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over her.
Outside Plum. And a great assist that time by Cameron Brink.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
Now here's McBride. 10 points for her. The three. Kayla McBride with another miss. Now the Sparks with it. Plum with it. She's got 22. Right wing. Left side, Stevens. Back to Plum. Lets the three fly. She got it up in time, but it couldn't fall for it. That'll do it for the first half. The Sparks on top. They lead by 13. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the Phantom half-court shot drumline. And thinking about the shot. Oh, someone with the moment. One more time, a round of applause.
Right with beautiful blue. Kelsey. Strong woman moves. Hand down, man down. Hand down, woman.
Welcome back to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final two quarters. A fantastic game from Kelsey Plum in this one.
And I wonder how long she can continue to shoot the three ball as well as she has up to this point. She's been quite simply lights out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is something we both know, that sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks as wide as the Grand Canyon, and it really might be one of those nights for her.
No, she's the best in the world.
Here's Collier. She's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And off the mark and gets her.
And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still come up empty. Three-pointer Kelsey Plum. Rebound by the Lynx.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
So it's the Sparks now. 13-point lead.
And in 2023, Minnesota finished as the 6th seed with a record of 19-21.
Well, Minnesota missed the playoffs in 2022, which ended their 11-year postseason streak. But they regrouped, and in 2023, they took the Sun the full 3 games in the first round, almost pulling off the huge upset. But what was most important was getting back to the postseason.
Sims with the bucket.
And it's pretty hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats monitor, there's a stark discrepancy. When you look at the assist column, and you see that difference as far as fluidity in their respective offenses, too. A great shooter from Team Collier, responding with her own trifecta.
Kelsey Plum drives in.
And the Sparks have missed the last 3 playoffs. Rare to see LA struggle like this.
An original WNBA team, they missed the postseason just 4 times in their first 24 seasons. Now, this franchise has the best winning percentage in league history, so you expect they'll turn it around pretty soon.
And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
Timeout called the Sparks.
The Sparks will get the rebound. 5 minutes left in the
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter.
Plum's going to use a
Here's
shake
Plum.
and bake move. Plum is off the
Rebound,
mark.
Kayla
Rebound,
McBride. Collier outside. Over Jackson. The shot by Collier, no good. So it's the Sparks now. They led by as many as 18 points. Stolen by McBride. Pass to Pupa. Takes it out to Smith. Three-pointer. Hamby grabs the miss. Now the Sparks with it. It's a 13-point game. Here's Plum. That one drops for her.
It's obvious that Plum has found her rhythm tonight. Nice to see her making a big impact on that end.
Collier outside. Right outside. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, it's not a bad look for her on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be her night. And look, everyone has those.
Here's Plum. Good on the shot.
I like the way she's taking advantage of what the defense is giving her, and she's been a key contributor for them this quarter.
The drive by Nafisa Collier. Shot, that one goes. Count it.
An all-around offensive talent. What a player Collier is with the handles to put it on the deck.
Hamby right side. Pass to Sims. Plum.
All by herself.
From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, so much for repeating the three-point barrage she put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second half.
Shot by Pupa, no good.
Now the Sparks with it. The lead is 15. Nafisa Collier with the block.
Have to be mindful of Collier on the court. Her ability to block shots makes life so much tougher for opponents.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
And the basket by Plum.
Strong work for her at the offensive end, helping them sustain this lead.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Pulling up on a defender comes down to confidence. And Collier believes in her ability to beat any opponent.
Plum, he gets it in there.
If they're going to be successful, they need her scoring, and certainly they've gotten it today, and then some.
Here's Pupa.
Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 6.
Jumper.
It's hauled in by the Sparks.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Another three. And the D hoping they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half.
Minnesota calls a timeout. This Lynx squad struggling. Here's Ipupa. And here's Sandalicini. Williams can't get it to go.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
Well, when you talk about Courtney Williams, her versatility is what stands out the most.
Yeah, she doesn't dominate any individual statistic per se, but she does well in pretty much every category, which is what makes her such a valuable part of this team.
Now here's Collier. She's got 8. It's stolen by De'Erica Hamby.
Good defense. McDonald.
Inside, here's Brink. That's good, and it's Ari McDonald with the assist.
Heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the fast break.
That's rapid-fire basketball at its best.
Showtime.
Here's Ipupa. Here's Sandalicini. And again, no good by Minnesota.
The crowd is very quiet right now.
On the wing, Ari McDonald. Outside Sims. Pass to Brink.
Brink with the nice little fake.
Rebound by Uhas. Now Sandalicini. Can stop the run. Uhas, that's good.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
Now here's McDonald. Cameron Brink for 3. It's good from long range.
And guys, her consistent shooting,
I had to try
it's helped them take this lead.
Now here's Williams. She's got 10.
Zucchini for 3.
And Sandalicini is good for 3.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the 3 right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Now here is Sims. She's got 9. Brink, guarded by Uhas.
Brink looking for the ball.
That basket drops, and she gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up for her.
They have to start bringing the double team on her.
Definitely. I would have already sort of expected to see that.
And that one misses.
Oh!
Brink left side.
Brink with the move. Brink with the fadeaway shot.
Minnesota grabs the miss.
Zucchini's going to go for a half shot.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Sparks ahead, running away with it. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments for our 4th quarter of basketball coming up next.
We're back at the Target Center.
And we're getting underway in the 4th quarter. That scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change.
And they got Plum back into the game.
And the Sparks with possession here. And stolen by Uhas.
There goes Williams.
Here's Sandalicini. McBride outside.
McBride. Get off the block.
Shoots over McDonald. Attached short, but it's good. Off the front iron.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Plum. That's the Burrell. Back to Plum. Second chance shot. And it's good on the land.
It's just so hard to knock Plum off balance. She is so good at absorbing contact and finishing anyways.
Back to Williams. Jacks up a three. That shot missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason they have absolutely just controlled this game.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative for sure.
And it started out with the rebounding. It sets a tone.
Now here's Williams.
And I'll let you two take out your crystal balls here. What do you think is the next step for this league?
I just think everything gets bigger. We're talking ratings, attendance, interest. We're just now scratching the surface.
Absolutely, and we've seen massive growth the last few years, and to me, the WNBA, this is not where it ends up. They're just getting started, and it's going to continue every year to get bigger and bigger.
Yep, that goes.
Another one for Williams. She can do so many different things with the ball, it makes her hard to guard.
Pass to Cannon. Brink left side.
Shot for 12. That one falls through. It's her 6th make from the floor this game, and now 6 for 10.
They continue to get it inside. The defense struggling to just contain them.
And look, when you make 5 in a row from in tight like they have, it also just takes pressure off of your perimeter guys.
Great point.
Williams with it. Clock at 6. The 3. Down goes basket. 6 for her this game. She's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Watch out. Now that she's got her first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Now here's Plum. Out to the left wing. That's good, and it's Arie McDonald with the assist.
And this is the mindset Plum has to possess, because when she buries quick shots, it gets her going.
And here's Zandalicini. Pass to Peely. The shot, no good. And here's Burrell. Here's Brink. Slides right through for her 7th basket in 11 tries.
They've been able to depend on her offense all game, guys. She's just not wasting any chances, any shots she's had.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the ball game, I got an idea. Just keep getting her the basketball.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. Just phenomenal ball movement.
Everyone's looking for the best shot, and it's paid off during this run.
Now here's Williams. Pass to McBride. Here's Williams. To hold the run. And the Lynx miss again.
The defense has to be real thrilled to see her keep shooting those threes. She has been brutal this half.
Here's Plum. Courtney Williams with the defensive effort. Now here's Peely. And a foul on the shot. She'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Arie McDonald.
And Tim, when you see Alyssa Peely out there, she's just a different type of player.
Well, she's pretty much a 6'2" big, excellent rebounder, but Peely can also stretch the floor, shoot it. She's a good passer. It's just kind of a unique player.
And the first one falls for her.
And in 2023, the Sparks went 17-23. They missed the playoffs by just 1 win.
They were firmly in before they lost 5 of their last 7 games. So I think a stronger finish to the year is a point of emphasis for this staff.
The seats are already clearing out some of them.
So she gets them both.
And this Minnesota franchise is built around their star, Napheesa Collier.
Well, you think about 2022, Collier played just 4 games. In the Lynx, they missed the playoffs. Last year, Collier took her game to another level, a first-team All-WNBA selection.
Now here's Collier. It's hauled in by Cannon.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team, and that 10-rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Not to mention what it says on the scoreboard, they're really pushing them around.
Here's Ipupa.
Pass to Collier. For 3. And again, no good by Minnesota. And the Sparks with possession here.
McDonald with it.
10 minutes remaining in the game. 2
Well, in 2023, we saw the WNBA expand their schedule to 40 games. How did you like that move, Brian?
I think it's a great thing. None of us are complaining about more basketball.
Oh, I'm in total agreement. I always want more basketball because that's more fun. And we get to watch this great league more. And, you know, the great thing is it's allowed the fans in the league to get more chances to see stars come to their hometowns. I think it's been a great improvement.
Now Burrell. Here's Brink.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shots are falling for her.
Screen by Smith.
Nafisa Collier for three. Good on the triple.
Because of Collier's ability to space the floor, she gives her team a deeper offensive identity.
And it's the Sparks ball.
Back to Brink. Outside McDonald.
Back to McDonald, and McDonald's going to hold up the shot clock. 1 minute left in the clock.
Pass to Talbot.
Talbot is
Over Collier. And it's wide right. Hits up the rim.
Here's Ipupa. Guarded by McDonald.
looking for a shot.
McBride with the ball. To the middle.
Right.
Smith.
And there it is.
Nice accurate pass right into the middle.
Here's McDonald.
I think we're going to have a good season with the Sparks. Are they going to be like this every game? No.
Pass to Burrell. Back to McDonald.
Shot from 16. And she wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, smart to utilize the mid-range. Aries got a great IQ on the offensive end.
He's going to try the three.
And it's Peely missing.
He's going to hold it up, give it to McDonald, and that's going to do it.
Now here's McDonald.
That's going to clear it up for the Sparks winning the first game of the season of my franchise mode.
And so it's the Sparks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says an awful lot about this team.
Yeah, Blake, I guess they don't need home cooking, like, you know, you're cooking next to mom, to feel at home. Just a masterful performance all around for them.
And that's a wrap, everyone.
Beautiful game. Kelsey Plum did very well. Great, just hitting threes. And she got blocked twice. Before I go, let's see the. Like how that breaks down the quarter, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button. What is your favorite WNBA team and how well they're going to do this year? And hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And as always, catch you in the next one.